feel that?
Did you hear a loud boom earlier today? Several people heard and felt a loud noise around 12:30 Central Time this afternoon.
All over Carter County took to social media about a loud boom that shook their homes and workplaces around 10:15 this morning.
So I ran to the back door and looked out, but I didn't see anything. We've heard Jesus is coming. We've heard lots of things.
In Sweden, this sure sounds like a trumpet. In Michigan, another trumpet-like sound.
And are there any other potential explanations for what these people are calling skyquakes?
Well, the problem I have with there being other explanations is the amount of energy required to create that kind of sound is beyond some guy out in the woods. The most powerful radio stations in the United States, I think they're 50,000 watts. And the amount of power that HAARP puts out that is published is around 3 million watts. It'd be very difficult to duplicate it. Enough power.
You just have heard those strange sounds. Internet is blasted about these strange boom sounds, some believing these are the end-time trumpets blown by the 7 angels. There were news anchors supporting the theory of final judgment, few people on the national TV channels trying to give most possible explanation about these sounds. These are very strange sounds. Some believe that these sounds are warm-up exercise from God to give his people small hint how it is going to be at the end. Some really sounds like trumpets, but I'm not sound expert. Let's look together into the Bible and try to find some answers. I will pick the angels mentioned from Revelation 8-7 and 11-14 and try to find out what are these 7 trumpets, and I bet you this it will scare some of you, very greatly. When the first angel sounds his trumpet, hailstones and fireballs mingled with blood will be cast down to earth. And 33% of all the world's trees will be burned up. And so will the green grass, it will be no more. When the second angel sounds his trumpet, a large big mountain on fire. Something huge will fall from the sky and fall straight down into the sea. At that very moment the sea will be turned to blood. Just like in the days of Moses, and millions of sea creatures will die, and 1/3 of all the world as ships will be sunk. When the third angel sounds his trumpet, the Bible says a vast huge star will come crashing down to the earth and will pollute many of the waters of the earth. Many of the fresh water systems will taste bitter. Do you know what is the name of this star? It's called wormwood. This word wormwood can also mean Chernobyl in Ukrainian. When the fourth angel sounds his trumpet, the Bible says that 1/3 of the light that is given out by the sun, the moon, and the stars will be darkened. It's almost just after the fourth trumpet sounds. An angel or an eagle in other translations will fly across the earth and say these last 4 trumpets. They've been nothing compared to what is about to come. These last 3 trumpets will break the earth and destroy it, and change it more than anything else you have ever seen. When the 5th angel sounds his trumpet, the John from Bible says, I saw a star fallen from heaven. This is the same star, Lucifer, but fall like lightning from heaven. Lucifer, the morning star. And then Jesus will meet Lucifer. It says, and Christ, the one who holds the key to death and Hades, will hand over that key to Lucifer. And he will give him permission to open up the bottomless pit. The darkest, worst part of hell will be open. Lucifer is going to open this bottomless pit, and out will come a demonic army of locusts. These locusts will cause agony on all the men and women of the earth. So much so that all these men and women will cry out and say, let us die, we long for death. But death will flee them, and for 5 months these men and women will be tortured by this wicked, cruel, seductive army of locusts. When the 6th angel sounds his trumpet, a vast army of 200 million people will begin march into Armageddon. At this same time, at the river Euphrates in Babylon itself, 4 terrifying angels are going to be set free. They're going to be set loose to eliminate 1/3 of all mankind, all the men and women. When the 7th angel sounds his trumpet, the kingdoms of this world will evaporate, and Christ's kingdom will reign forevermore. The Antichrist, the false prophet Lucifer himself, will all be crushed, and hell will be their destination of eternity. And the Bible say, something beautiful. Almost as if the curtains of heaven will be open and there we will see the temple of God. The true Ark of the Covenant and their God's people will fall on their face, will be in awe. The 24 elders will worship the Son of God. Now let me ask you a question. Does that sound like those strange sounds that we've been hearing very recently? Well, I'm not sure, but I'm sure one thing, that if these are the sounds of the trumpets from angels of the Lord, these should be heard from end of the earth to the other. In the support of my answer, I would like to quote Luke 17 verse 24, for as the lightning, that lighteneth out of the one part under heaven, shineth unto the other part under heaven, so shall also the Son of Man be in his day. Friends, thank you so much for your love and support to this channel. Please leave your comments and trust me, it gives me immense pleasure reading and replying your comments.